Yeah, I am the 25-year-old teenager who finally realizes that books is a thing. But don't get me wrong, I read books sometimes. It's just that my sometimes is not the standard sometimes that you're thinking about, that people normally think it is. Yeah. Come on, because you know that I had always thought that reading books was such a waste of time. Like when I have free time, I prefer playing PUBG, playing video games in general, watching YouTube videos, or even scrolling through all those shitty posts on Instagram or Facebook to reading books. But everything has changed in this quarantine time because I found out this one magical thing called audiobooks. It is very convenient. You can do it when you are showering, when you're doing the dishes, when you're cooking, or do whatever you want to do, because you just need to listen to it and nothing else. You don't need to hold it in your hands. You don't need to look at it constantly. And I believe that what I'm about to say would be really obvious to a lot of you guys. But thanks to audiobooks, thanks to books in general, I have to say, I could have the access to such a great source of knowledge and wisdom. And also, it's really interesting, and this is kind of like mind-blowing when I finally can see how grown up I've become after all those years. You know, like getting out there and experiencing stuff. It's like things that happened to my life that shaped me to be who I am today. So this is when we talk about The Alchemist. I read this book when I was in final year of university. I told you that I read books sometimes in it. I want to mention this book in this video because I think that to me it is the most impressive example that I can give so that you can, you know, feel somehow what I'm trying to say. This book obviously is a classic, a lot of people like it, but there are some people who don't seem to do. And when I first read it, though I was not one of those people who really hate the book, but I still thought that like this book was not as impressive or not as enticing as how I expected it to be. To me, this one is more of a romantic novel. But it's not romantic in the way of a guy like a girl or a girl love a guy or something. It is romantic in the way that, like, you know, the main character, like no matter what he does, he always succeeds with just seemingly positive and ridiculously optimistic thoughts. And to me, at that time, I thought that it was so unrealistic. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about the book. This one is about a Spanish shepherd boy, and he keeps getting the same dream of treasures lying somewhere in the pyramids in Egypt, and then he embarks on a journey to follow his dream. And on the way, he meets a lot of people. He meets and falls for this one girl who's just so insists on turning their relationship into a long-distance one. She's like, I know that you love me and you want to stay, but I know that you also have things to do. You have your dream as well, so I want you to go follow your dream, and I'm gonna wait for you here just like all the other girls in this village waiting for their heroes to go out there and do whatever they want to do, but nobody knows what they actually do. Yeah. And I was like, yo, you want to play hard to get or what? But that was what I thought when I was younger, when I was, you know, young and dumb. But me now, as a 3 years older girl, I was kind of surprised that I got those totally different points of views about this book. This one is like a serene lesson of accepting or of love from within, of like enjoying the journey but not the final result. And it really encourages people to stand up and do it, because the fear of suffering is even worse than the suffering itself. Some people think that it is just a cliche and superficial book, but I think that actually all the concepts in this book can be well applied to so many aspects in life. For example, just a fun example only. Let's talk about the weird decision of the girlfriend that we just talked about. Now as I get older, I do agree that it is encouraging your man to get out there and fulfill his dream. Not just your man, but anybody to get out there and fulfill their dreams. And be willing to give people time and space, and also but at the same time you still enjoy your amazing life. Or what's gonna make him or anybody want to stay with you? And it is definitely not taking control over everything, or like trying to tie somebody close by your side. No, it's not like that. And actually that was basically what the girlfriend was doing. Duh. This is just a fun time between you and I, because you need to know that like the part between this couple is just takes like 3 pages or something, I guess. This is not the main point. I'm just talking about this tiny detail only. But I mean, like, you need to read the book to really feel it your way. It's okay even if you think the book is good or bad, it's totally fine. But like, yeah, that's what I think about the book. I read and listen to both Vietnamese and English books. And recently I'm reading this one, like Eat, Pray, Love. I know, because I'm a late starter, so I feel like I am now reading things that you read 8 years ago already. And also at the same time I'm listening to a book called Outlier. I'm gonna leave the picture here. And yeah, I know I'm doing both at the same time, but actually it does not really, both of them don't really impact each other, because like I am just reading traditional books when I go to bed before I sleep, and about the Outlier I listen to it when I do other things, like in the other times, so it's totally fine to me. I do English books as well because I want to improve my language skill, so if you want to do the same, you can give these books a try. But there is this channel on YouTube that I want to introduce to you, so and I think that this can really double your productivity. It is this one. You can listen to the audiobook while reading the book at the same time. Approaching the book this way can help you with your listening skill, pronunciation, and can boost your vocabulary so much. But of course, because it's free, so there's just a limited number of books, and most of them are kind of old books. But of course, I still believe that you still can learn something from those books. That's it for the video. Oh my gosh, this is the longest filming ever to me, because like I had to stop several times in order to do this, do that, eat this, eat that, and finally we finished this, and I'm gonna go eat watermelon now. That's it for today, and I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.